the general elections will be held in the United Kingdom on the 4th of July. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak announced after a crucial meeting with his cabinet ministers. Now is the moment for Britain to choose its future, Sunak said outside his Downing Street office. Take a look.
Now is the moment for Britain to choose its future.
British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak called a national election for July 4th on Wednesday, setting up a vote that his governing Conservatives are widely expected to lose after 14 years in power.
Over the next few weeks, I will fight for every vote. I will earn your trust, and I will prove to you that only a Conservative government led by me will not put our hard-earned economic stability at risk.
The election call ends months of speculation and is a risky strategy, with Sunak's Conservatives trailing the opposition Labour Party by around 20 percentage points in opinion polls. Both parties had all but kicked off campaigning, with attack lines on the economy and defence already firmly drawn. Labour leader Keir Starmer said the vote will be an opportunity to end the chaos of Sunak's Conservative government.
But no matter what else is said and done, that opportunity for change is what this election is about.
Sunak has tried several times to turn around his party's fortunes, recasting himself as a bold reformer, effective technocrat, and most recently as someone who will, quote, stick to the plan. The winners of the election will have to tackle an economy that looks stuck in a rut of slow growth. High levels of debt may limit the next government's ability to spark a significant recovery.
The United Kingdom is constitutionally required to hold a national election by 2025 January. Sunak had been frequently pointing out that the national election would take place in the latter half of 2024. He will face voters for the first time as the Prime Minister. It will be, in fact, the first time that the 44-year-old will face the public as the Prime Minister in the July 4 elections. Sunak was appointed as the leader of the Conservative Party in October 2022 following an internal vote. The July elections are the third since the Brexit referendum in 2016. Now, there are indications that Conservatives would lose to the opposition Labour Party after 14 years in power. This is as per the surveys just before the polls. Meanwhile, Rishi Sunak has launched his campaign in an East London exhibition centre on Wednesday, where he told supporters and members of his cabinet that, in fact, people faced a choice over their future. Take a listen.
The last few years have been tough. I know that, you know that. We've been dealing with COVID, which so badly upended our way of life. And then the huge spike in our energy bills caused by Putin's invasion of Ukraine. But together, as we learnt this morning, we have got inflation down from 11% to 2%. We have delivered on my first priority, to drive inflation back to normal. Now, we've shown the country that it is only this Conservative Party that can deliver the economic stability, the foundation of our national success. The economy is growing again, faster than Germany, France and the United States. Wages have been rising faster than prices for 10 months now. The economy has turned a corner. Friends, our plan is working. But with this hard-won economic stability comes a choice. Who do you trust to turn that foundation into a secure future for you, your family, and our country? Now is the moment for Britain to choose its future, to decide whether we want to build on the progress that we have made or risk going back to square one with no plan and no certainty. Now, we all know that the only certainty with Labour is that they will run out of money and raise your taxes. And as Jeremy showed us just the other week, Labour would cost every working household more than £2,000 extra in taxes. Now, this election takes place at a time when the world is more dangerous than it's been since at any point since the end of the Cold War. Putin's Russia is waging a brutal war in Ukraine, and he'll not stop there if he succeeds. That war has also made all too clear the risk to our energy security. In the Middle East, the forces of Islamist extremism threaten regional and ultimately global stability. China is seeking to dominate the 21st century by stealing a lead in technology. And migration is being weaponized by hostile states to threaten the integrity of our borders. Now, these uncertain times call for a clear plan and bold action to chart a course to a secure future. Across Europe, the penny is dropping that ours is the right approach. But if Labour become the next government, they'll scrap the Rwanda scheme and enact a de facto amnesty for asylum seekers, making us a magnet for every illegal immigrant in Europe. In every way, Labour would make our country less secure. Now, Labour want you to think that this election is over before it has even begun. But we are going to fight. We are going to fight every day for our values and our vision. And the British people are going to show Labour that they don't take too kindly to being taken for granted.
Well, the United States also reacted to Sunak's announcement. The White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said he was surprised to see the announcement of a general election in Britain, as it was unexpected.
I confess that I was surprised to see it today because I think it was not an expected announcement, but I don't have any real comment on it because I'll leave it to the UK to deal with their politics, while of course the United States deals with its politics. We have a very strong, maybe that's an understatement, partnership and alliance with the UK, regardless of elections, regardless of prime ministers. So, we wish them luck in the conduct of their election, and we'll be here as the United States standing with the UK through it all.
Let's now talk about how Rishi Sunak rose through the ranks. Sunak formally took charge as UK's first Indian origin Prime Minister in October 2022. He was elected as Conservative MP for Richmond, Yorkshire in 2015. Sunak was praised for his work during the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic also saw the downfall of Boris Johnson. Sunak was pitted as clear favourite to succeed Boris Johnson in 2021. In July 2022, Rishi Sunak resigned as Chancellor. On the 8th of July, Rishi Sunak launched bid to succeed Johnson as UK Prime Minister. On the 5th of September, Liz Truss defeats Sunak to become the new British Prime Minister. On the 19th of October, Truss resigns as Prime Minister after 6 weeks amid an open revolt. On the 24th of October, Sunak makes history, becomes UK's first Indian origin Prime Minister. Let's now also take a look at some of the controversies surrounding Sunak. In 2022, Sunak's wife's legal non-domicile tax status stirred controversy, meaning she did not pay UK taxes on her Infosys income. Sunak's own US green card while in office also became an issue.